Today I'm going to show you how to do live streaming on YouTube, but before I go there, I want to show you just how awful things are here, air quality wise. You can hear my voice, I'm a bit sick, but I promise to vlog every day. So you could fast forward directly to the YouTube live portion at this point. But you can see it's darker here, and the sky, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a lot of smoke here. Now the air quality here is really bad in California. There's a lot of fires going on, as you've probably seen it in the media. And it's actually, the air quality here is over 200. And that compared to Beijing is bad. So Beijing's got a lot of pollution. Beijing's air quality is around 150 or so. So it's horrible here. You can smell the smoke. God bless those that are impacted by this. And it reminds me a lot when I was a kid in Canada. I'm gonna sit down here. I'm kind of tired. I got a little bit of a cold. But I remember when I was a kid in Canada, I lived in Mississauga, and in the middle of the night, our house shook, and there was a huge explosion. And my parents, they rounded us up, and we left the house. And we looked out the window, and it looked like a nuclear bomb. And this was in the early 80s, I guess around the peak of the Cold War. But what had happened actually in Mississauga, Canada, Ontario, close to Toronto, and I'll throw up a video here for you, is that there was a chlorine gas explosion. And they evacuated everybody, and thank goodness nobody died in that event. But it kind of reminds me of that right now. Anyway, so the air quality is pretty bad. It's not getting any better. But what I'm going to do is, and that's not why I have laryngitis. I had a 5-hour, literally over a 5-hour webcast with all my students this morning. But I want to show you how I do it. So I'm going to go into my studio, and I've showed this to you before, but I'll show you why I have a separate studio. And one of the reasons is so that I can block out light and also block out the audio. And so let me bring it inside here, and I'm going to close the door, so it's going to be really dark for a second, because I want to show you how dark it gets. So it is pitch black, and if I don't make any noise for a second, you'll hear it silent. Pretty amazing, pretty amazing. Okay, so I'll turn on the lights now, and there's actually I've got 5 lights. You'll see the light quality will get a lot better in a second. Another light there. And the reason why we have so many lights in these studios is because we want to block out, or we want to get rid of all shadows behind us. So give me a second here. Another one. And I've got 2 more here. I'll just turn, let you see them. I've got that filter paper on it there. It's getting better, the light. And then I've got air conditioning up there because it gets really hot in here. I don't run the AC when I'm vlogging though. I got a spider web, sorry. And this here is my camera, and I keep it here so it doesn't get all dusty. And I'll show you my setup here. And what I'll do actually is I'm going to put you up here, on right here, so I can record. And hopefully you can hear me. I'll talk a bit louder than normal. And what I'll do is I'm going to, pardon me, I'm going to show you how to do it on my Mac. And I'm going to do a screen record so you can see it picture-in-picture in the corner there. And this is a very similar setup to using a PC because we're just using the internet. And so what I'll do is, again, I'm doing a screen record here. And then after I do the screen record, I'm going to show you how to do it, how to broadcast using YouTube Live for free, of course, using your mobile handset, which I've got in my pocket. So I'm now doing a screen record. And the first thing you do, obviously, is you go to YouTube, which I'm here right now. I'll show you what this is in a second. And then what you do is you go up to the corner and you click on your image or whatever your icon is. Again, I apologize for my voice. Bit of a cold laryngitis. I did a 5-hour webcast this morning with my students, whatever it takes to add value. So you click on Creator Studio. And then what you do is on the left side here, you'll see channel. And before you can live stream, you have to get set up and approved by YouTube. It's easy to do. So you click here on status and features. And then what you do is you see where it says live streaming. You just clicked enable, and then they'll enable it. It takes 1 or 2 days for them to approve it. I've never heard of anybody not getting approved though. And then what you do is you click here on the left side on live streaming. And I'm going to show you the easiest way to do it first. So go down the bottom here and we'll click camera. And then what happens is, and I don't know if you can see it, so I'll turn it so you can see it. I've got this little blocker, camera blocker. I open it up, pardon me, and now you can see me. And you have to title it. So I'm going to call it test. That's good enough, just test. And I'm going to make it unlisted because I don't want to broadcast all of my YouTube followers. And then I can click next, or I can click on more or schedule for later, and we can schedule it for another time. But I'm going to go live right now just to show you how it works. 3, 2, 1. That was me smiling for the the thumbnail picture. And now I'm going to click on go live. Okay, so we're now going live. And what we're using right now is just the webcam. I'm just using the microphone that's inside my computer. It's not that good. I'm going to show you a higher end microphone in a second, okay? And that's it. And now I'm going to click on end stream. And it'll say, you sure you want to end it? And I'll click I'm done. Now on the right side, you can see where it says say something. And this is where my students type questions for me. So this morning I did a call and I read their questions and answered them. I usually have 2 computers set up though, just in case one goes down. And also I like to have a second monitor to read the questions off of. And I will show you in a future video exactly how to set up a more advanced setup. Okay, so as you can see right now, here's all of my webcast events. And I've got completed selected here. And here are all of them here. And what you can do is, it actually, what it does is it leaves them all up here. And then I have Wrigley, who I work with, within a day or so.
Good morning and welcome.
I paused that, hate my voice.
To our week.
I have Wrigley set up clickable access for each time in the call and what the questions were. And you see on the right side here, their questions, and I'll just mute this so you don't hear my voice there, but I'm going to go halfway through and you'll see all the questions on the right side here are recorded, and they ask these questions in real time. It's a lot of fun. I love my students. And then what you can do is you can edit the video and just change the name, obviously, as well as change an image for it if you want to do that. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do it with the microphone attached. And so I recommend the camera that comes with most computers is fine. I mean, this one, it's supposed to be 1080, but it only shows up in 720 when I'm doing it this way. And I'm going to show you in another video in the future how to do advanced functionality, so you can encode it and actually show use other software with a 4K camera, which is dope. Actually, I'll be using this camera here that you're looking at through. So what I've got here is the Blue Yeti, and then I've got a microphone stand. These things always go on sale on Black Friday. You can probably get them for closer to $100. And I really recommend. I've tried every microphone and they all suck compared to this one. So I'm just going to plug it into the USB port here on my Mac. It turns on. You can see that the red light's on here. And I've got this stand as well. And if you're going to put your mouth close to it, you're going to want to get this. It's called a pop, so that the put and buh sounds, put and buh, hi, I'm 7, they don't go through. That's why musicians have it as well. Now I'm going to show you how to record with an external one like this. And you have to get one of these things if you're going to do a lot of these webcasts here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select camera again, and then I'm going to stream. And we're going to go here to, I'll call it test 2. And then I'm going to select unlisted again because I don't want to broadcast to everybody. So if I did not select unlisted, then everybody, all of my YouTube subscribers would get a notification right away that I'm live. And so I can schedule for a future point by selecting here and then select the day and time. But what I can also do is I can select here the camera and the microphone. And this is just the category, it's education. So FaceTime, the HD camera here on my laptop is the only one that's shown because that's all I have connected to it. And then the microphone is right here. You can see it. It's the Blue Yeti microphone, and it's awesome. I love it. I love it. And then what you can do also is go to advanced settings, and you can turn off chat. I leave it on, obviously, because it's a weekly call I have. You can have age restriction, all that stuff as well. Then I click next, do the thumbnail thing again, smile, and then I click go live. And so now I'm live with this microphone, which is a lot better. And actually what I'll do is I'm gonna show you that microphone. You'll hear it as well. I'm gonna play for you the stream right now, or actually in a second after I wrap this up. And then I click here, end stream. But on the right side, I can type stuff like, hi to my students, please type your questions now, that sort of thing. And then I end the stream. Okay. Yes, select end. Okay, good. Now, one more thing I want to show you is, if you want, and here they are right here. So I want to show you how you can use higher end stuff to encode your live stream. I'm not going to do it in this lecture. My voice won't be around much longer. No, more importantly, I'm ordering this stuff in the mail. And you can't just attach any high-end camera like this one or my other one I have set up here. If you're going to connect it to directly into your, I'm just going to take this off so we're not recording more of this. You have to put it into an HDMI port. And in order to do that and attach your camera, you have to buy a little box. It's about $100. And it'll actually tell the camera to talk to the computer for encoding purposes. And then you have to download software, encoding software as well. And what you do is you do a search on OBS. And you can see my computer here. You see that little red thing? It's telling me I'm still recording, I think. Am I recording? No, I'm not. Okay, we're fine. Sorry. I'm going to close anyway. I get all paranoid. It's called Open Broadcast Software right here. And you select download and you can download it. It's free. It's free. It's pretty cool. And then what you do is you get that $100 box I told you about. And then you'd plug the you plug the camera HDMI into this and another HDMI cable directly into the HDMI port on your computer. And then what happens, and the way to do that is you just click here on stream now, and you have to tell your software exactly where this server is located and all that stuff. So if I were to scroll down here, it says server URL. That's my URL. So that's the URL to talk for the software to talk directly to YouTube to record live. And then here's a stream key. I'm not going to reveal it because it's kind of like a private key with cryptocurrencies. But I would use that and copy it. And then basically it would tell the software, the OBS software that I would download to stream using this camera here. And you can stream actually in 4K, which is nice. It's incredible. And so the quality of my weekly webcasts will get a lot better. My voice obviously too. I feel fine. It just sounds bad. But and then here, Google will give you a bunch of options on how to set all this stuff up. Now up here you see where it says say hello to Super Chat. You can enable it or disable it. I'm going to disable it. Super Chat allows you to collect money from people you're streaming to, and they can donate to you, that sort of thing, which is not what I'm all about. And that's it. You would set it up here to talk to the software. And then again, in a future video, what I'll do is I'll explain how to set up that software from scratch so we can get a much better look to the live webcast. Now, another reason why I would do that is so that I could also share another screen in case I wanted to show how to do an Excel financial model or whatever it is with my students. And you can do that here as well if you want to. The quality is not as great. That's why having the encoding software is really important. Now, in order to do the encoding software, sometimes you have to have a higher end PC. And so those of you with Windows-based computers, you might have to have a higher end graphics card. I'll explain exactly how to do it for Windows users and Mac users in a future video. And so what I want to show you is one more thing, which is here. And what I'll do actually is I will record this screen as well. So it's recording. And what you can do is you can open up your YouTube app. You have to download YouTube. And then what you do is you click Go Live. And I'm giving it allow access, allow. And sometimes you want to provide access. Say you're at this industry event and you want potential customers to know where you are, where you're live casting from. You could share your location as well and they can come and meet up with you. I don't know what that means. I'm just going to skip that, not now. And then I would select unlisted. I'm going to select unlisted for now because I don't want anyone to see it. And then it's got where I am right here. And then you have to create a title or it won't let you go on. So I'll call it test M for mobile. Okay, and then I click done. I click next. And they want you to turn it sideways always when you're recording. Smile for a thumbnail. I'll put you on it too. Okay, so you're in that with me. Great. And then it's just thinking, and then you're going to click go live, which I'll do in a second. The thing about this is make sure that you're on Wi-Fi, unless you have really, really high speed cellular access. So I'm going to click go live right now. Oh, there we go. I got it live now. Okay. Good looking guy. A lot of people think he looks like Brad Pitt. Just kidding. So here I am. I'm streaming right now. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, yeah. And again, you got to make sure it's this way. If it goes this way, it'll tell you, hey, orientation is locked. Turn it. And that's what you do. And if you're going to do this, and actually, look, the quality looks really good. Huh. Probably because of the lighting in this room. But if you're going to do this, obviously have a stand, kind of like that stand over there. It's getting confusing. I got too many cameras going on here. Just to hold up your iPhone. And I guess I'll wrap it up right here. If this was helpful, and only if this was helpful, please click the like button and subscribe. And I will see you mañana. Thanks.